Alright, welcome back to Skyrim. So last time, Morrus very hesitantly did the bidding of Molag Bal, and we ended up getting the Mace of Molag Bal as a result. And between recordings, I went and disenchanted that Dwarven Shield of Frost Suppression we had, and I did some studying to learn Anima's Apprentice Priest, as well as Malice's Arcane Pickaxe. So what this one does is it will pull ore from the earth when you cast on it. It's a concentration spell, so it's faster than manually mining, and you don't have to carry around a pickaxe. Also deals a small amount of damage to enemy targets, but it's such a small amount that you really shouldn't be using it in combat. Just figured it makes sense that a spell that would be able to harm rock would be able to harm people as well. So yeah, there's that, and then there's Anima's Apprentice Priest, which I would demonstrate now, but that might unsettle the locals. Basically, it will summon a spectral priest, and that priest will use the Sacred Bolt spells to be more effective against undead. So yeah, we've also had a good night's sleep. Still Lucian to stop waiting, and we're pretty low on food as well, so I'm going to have to wake up the innkeeper in order to get myself some more food for the road. Oh. Wild magic. Oops. I hope they aren't mad at me, because I've just paralyzed myself and everybody around me. We'll all get up soon.
Victory is yours.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
let you live this time.
Did I get a bounty for that? No, okay.
This is the Silver Blood Inn. I'll let you figure out who owns it by yourself.
Sorry for the rude awakening.
If I can't get you something, I'm sure my wife will bellow at me until I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy some food
Drink
from
for
you.
the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Take some dumplings, a pie, some garlic bread, this juniper berry crostata, like goat. Yeah, I think that's good.
Remember, ale is cheaper than blood in Markarth.
Sorry.
You have a lot of nerve coming near me again. I'm still sore from what you did to me.
Oh boy. I think these innkeepers are gonna hate me forever. Oh well. I don't much like these innkeepers either. Their constant bellowing is grating, to say the very least. So yes, what we have to do now is get a carriage to Winterhold, and I'll do some spell purchasing, see what I can get. Presumably, I will be able to find some nice alteration spells, because we are level 51 in that school of magic, so I'm hoping to get Iron Flesh, and maybe a few others. We'll see what Tolfdir has in stock.
What a laugh.
Apparently, the rebels were on the minds of the guards at that
Traveling
moment.
in the Reach is dangerous. Where do you want to go?
I want to go to Winterhold.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Get up there.
I'm still amused by how that happened. I went to apply my speechcraft spell to get better prices and instead ended up paralyzing everybody around me. Oh goodness. I am chilly. Understandable, because we are now in Winterhold. So yeah, let's have a look in the college, see if we can find Tolfdir. Also, I want to put a...
must have been beautiful back in its day. I wish I'd been around to see it.
I also want to put the Mace of Molag Bal away in my Archmage's quarters, where it will be nice and secure. Don't think many thieves will be able to get into the college, really. Although we don't really have anybody watching the door anymore. The door, though, tends to only really open for those who are worthy of entrance.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
What do you have for sale?
So you wish to master the arcane arts?
Yes, I do. Okay, no teleport scrolls. Arcanist Torch, that's one that I definitely want. Could shrink people, that'd be amusing, but not really my fighting style. Detect Life would also be useful, but it's expensive, so I'm going to come back to that one if I have money. Okay. Featherfall is also pretty useful, but we do have Blink as well, which can mitigate fall damage. And that kind of overlap is actually intentional, don't worry. It gives you options. If you don't want to invest in, say, Alteration, you can use Blink instead, or vice versa. Okay, Careful Footfall, also a really good one. Gives you light foot temporarily. But I think I can just keep an eye out for traps. Instant Cleanser. This one is one that I definitely want. It will just clean me whenever I want. So I'll purchase that. It's the one that is integrated with Dirt and Blood. And thanks to J Serpa for giving me permission to do that, by the way. Then I have Iron Flesh here. Definitely want that. Yeah, these Force Bolts would also be fun, but we tend to focus on Destruction for offense. Counterspell, another really fun one. That's a pattern. I'm looking at all the spells from my spell mod and going, that's a fun one. You can tell I enjoy the spells that I make. We have Elemental Protection, which will give us a less broad coverage, but will give us a stronger coverage, more focused. This isn't from my spell mod, by the way. I think that's from either Odin or Apocalypse.
This is glorious. Don't you just love a bit of rain?
Spell Twine. That's a good one. It's also from Apocalypse, I believe. Telekinesis. Telekinesis is an interesting case. It's very limited in its use cases. Yeah, I think Detect Life would be a good one as well. And now we are pretty much broke. Sell you that. Yeah, we do have a health enchantment already. And our ring is much better, so you can have that too.
Take care now.
So yeah, let's go to our quarters and put away this Mesa Malag ball real quick. I wonder if anybody's cleaned up on Kano yet. Yeah, looks like they did. That's good. I don't have to order anybody to do it then. Who all is down here out of curiosity? There's the Alchemist. There's Jizargo. Don't really feel like talking to Jizargo, and I don't think I really have any potions to sell either. You're a new student.
This one needs something.
I was just introducing myself. I'm the Archmage. Alright, so up here to our quarters. Still feels a bit weird saying that, and Morrus still doesn't fully agree with the decision to make him into the Archmage. But he's not going to argue. He enjoys being the Archmage. That is...
There's no place like home.
That strongbox was locked and we have a key for it, so I might as well open it. We could have also used our unlock spell, because now that we are level 50 in Alteration, we can actually open up adept level locks and below. But I didn't do that, because I have the key. So I'm thinking we don't just put the mace on display for anybody to nab. It also looks like some things have respawned in our quarters, so I'm not going to take advantage of that and keep looting them. Don't worry about that. But yeah, I'm going to put the mace in this safe here. We'll pretend Morrus locks it as well, and then maybe even puts like an arcane trap on it or something. Just to keep the mace safe. But yeah, now it's time to do a lot of studying, so I'm going to pause the recording here and I will be back to you when I am done. Actually, before I do the studying, I might as well show you the Spectral Priest real quickly. So because I have real names installed, this priest will actually be given a proper name. That's not actually part of the spell, that's part of real names. There's just a little bit of overlap there. But yeah, and then if we just let the mod update, or I guess maybe it won't. I thought it did. Maybe I'm just crazy. But yes, here's our Spectral Priest. You can't really see which spell she has equipped, but she does have the Sacred Bolt spell equipped. So yeah, just wanted to show that, and I will once again pause the recording and get to studying. Alright, got Arcanist's Torch, and I just decided I'm going to show off these spells as I learn them. So Arcanist's Torch here. Oh, I just realized I forgot to change the description of this spell. It still says Golden, but I removed that to VFX. But yeah, you cast it, it gives you a Mage Light, and or Candlelight rather, and it stays here pretty much permanently. Well, it is a permanent effect. Arcanist's Torch. As you can see, no duration, it's just constant effect. If you cast it again, however, it gets dispelled. So basically, when going into a dungeon for you guys viewing at home, I can just put on this light and then just leave it there, and it will remain for the entire dungeon, and then I will be able to cast this again and dispel it. So yeah, it's going to be very useful. It's going to be very useful for you viewers. I will unfavorite that and favorite that instead. Once again to studying. Alright, so Instant Cleanser. This one is a spell that does require dirt and blood and will only be added to the level list if you have it. And now, fun fact about the spell, I originally called it Prestidigitation, named after the spell in D&D, which has many different uses for it. It's a little cantrip that has like a lot of utilities, and one of them is that it can clean you. So that's why I originally did that name, but I decided against that because the actual English word Prestidigitation would imply a different meaning, and that's only one small component of the spell. So I've settled on Instant Cleanser for the time being. I'm not committed to that name, though. I'm willing to change it if anybody thinks of anything better. But let's see if we are dirty at all. Yeah, we are slightly dirty, and if we cast this, we are no longer slightly dirty and are instead clean. So yeah, that's what that spell does. Back to pausing. Oh yeah, while I'm... sorry, choking on coffee. While I'm thinking about it, I should also clarify this in case anybody's concerned about Instant Cleanser trivializing dirt and blood. This is an adept level alteration spell, so it does require some significant investment into the School of Magic in order to be able to use it. So you won't be just trivializing dirt and blood if you use this spell. So yeah, back to pausing. Alright, so I've learned every spell except for Detect Life. It is too late. I've spent too many hours studying, so I can't do any more tonight. And I'm not showcasing any more of the spells because of the fact that no more of the ones I bought are from my spell mod. But I'm just going to keep you up to speed for what I did because I also learned Spell Twine, which is from Apocalypse or Odin, where you can bind any effect to a spell. So this, for Eldritch Flame, whenever I cast it now, spells are a little bit cheaper briefly. Same with my Skeletal Summon, spells are a little bit cheaper briefly after I cast that. And then with Iron Flesh, I made it so that when I cast it, I briefly get more magic resistance. So now we're going to be just a little bit better when we're casting our primary spells. But now I am going to sleep for the night, get some breakfast, and yeah, I will unpause recording in the morning. Alright, so we've had some rest, and I forgot that before this episode I actually did level up. So we do have 2 perk points, one I've been sitting on and then a new one. So one of them, when I get to Conjuration level 40, I'm going to invest into Atromancy here. So summoned Daedra and non-undead it says, but this does also apply to my Skeletal Summon. That's just part of the description from Ordinator. They will last 3 times as long or 5 times as long at night. But for Destruction, I am going to get Force of Nature here, so that in sunlight, my fire spells are a little bit cheaper to cast, which will include Eldritch Flame. Or I could just get this one right now instead. Yeah, this one's actually really good, so forget what I said about the Conjuration perk. I'm going to get this Robe of the Magi right now. If wearing robes and no light or heavy armor, destruction spells are 30% more powerful. Yes, please. So yeah, we've had our rest, we've done some studying, we're a little bit more powerful for it. So I'm going to look around the college now and just see if anybody has anything for Morrus to do. We can't really afford more spells at the moment because we just blew all of our money on alteration spells yesterday with a pretty good haul at that. So yeah, just... you're floating. Starting in the Arcanium, I'm just going to look around and see if there's anybody who might need some help. You know, do our duty as the Archmage, be present for the college, help out with some of the affairs of the students and faculty. Don't want to do your quest though, because that's just going and getting books. Fetch quests, eh. Particularly interested in something that some of the other students or other professors might have.
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Of course it's valid.
Until next time.
So she doesn't have anything for us. I suppose we could help out Jazargo.
You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert level destruction spells yet?
Not yet, but I will. Also, not exactly new. I'm kind of the Archmage.
This is good. But Jizargo will know them first. It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jizargo.
Well, you seem very sure of yourself.
There is much for Jizargo to be sure of. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will. Jizargo will be successful. Of this there is no doubt.
Fair enough.
All right then.
So you didn't need help with anything?
Can you possibly help Jizargo?
Guess you did. What do you need help with?
Jizargo has seen that Toftir likes you. You must be very skilled with magic, yes? Jizargo is working hard, but cannot do it alone. Can you help with this?
Exactly what kind of help do you need?
Jizargo has worked hard on learning new spells, trying new things. This will make Jizargo stand out as a mage. But Jizargo works so hard, there is no time to test these new spells. If you help with the testing, this will make learning easier. Jizargo will give you scrolls. You will use them and report the results. This is a good plan, no? You tell Jizargo when you are ready.
Fair enough. I can respect the innovation of creating new spells. I've created a new one myself. Very well. Give me the scrolls and I will test them out for you.
You can't resist, can you? Let's see. This one, I think. Jizargo has designed it to be an excellent flame cloak, with a twist. It is especially potent against the undead, and should burn them to a crisp in no time. Jizargo gives you plenty of these scrolls, so you try them and return when you can say whether they work. Jizargo will give word of how well his scrolls work.
So fun fact, there is a very similar spell for my spell mod to what he's proposing. It is Animus Cloak of Radiance, I believe it's called. It's basically Sacred Bolt, but in cloak form.
I'm fascinated to see how Jizargo's flame cloak scrolls perform. Perhaps, if they're successful, we could make more ourselves.
I didn't know you commented on that. But yes, as I was saying, the reason why both that spell and Jizargo's attempt at creating it can exist at the same time is that Jizargo is trying to adapt the effect into destruction magic by making a flame cloak, rather than a radiant cloak. So that's the rationale that I've given to making that spell, despite a similar one existing in the form of Jizargo's scrolls, even though his scrolls kind of... well, you'll see when we test them. So that's one task that we've been given now. Suppose we can test it for Jizargo. We do have our own skeleton, but right now Morrus is thinking that that won't work, because ordinarily when you use a spell, it doesn't really, like a cloak spell, I should specify, doesn't work on allied summons and people. Although I believe Jizargo's spell does, but Morrus doesn't know that. Feralda.
And to think Mirabelle questioned my allowing you into
okay.
the college. I can just imagine the look on her face now.
You know what? I wonder if Finis might actually have the adept level conjuration spell. Now I'm thinking about it. I didn't check because I didn't think I was close enough, but we are level 39 in conjuration, so he might have it, and if not, he might have it soon. Because I would love to be able to upgrade my skeleton. There's Drevis. Where's Finis? He normally hangs out up there, but doesn't appear to be there right now. He's not in his room. Suppose we can track him. Make sure this is actually tracked. Oh, he was hiding in here.
There are few places
Hold
where
that
one
thought.
can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution. That
What do you have for sale?
So you wish to master the arcane arts?
No teleport scrolls. Sorry, I punched my mic on accident, but no, you don't have the Draugr Mage yet. You should be close, though. I could sell those tomes that I purchased yesterday now that I'm done with them. Not quite done with this one, so I can't sell it yet. This spell is still imperfect, so I'm not going to sell it either. Sorry, my throat's getting a bit dry. I've been doing a lot of talking as I record these today. I suppose I could ask for training in conjuration.
I'll teach you some of what I know, but be careful.
Will that be enough for you to suddenly
Spells
stock
and
the...
incantations for those with the talent to cast
No.
them.
Okay. we're probably looking at level 45 to 50 then.
Now if you'll
That or you needed a day to cycle your inventory, one of the two. In fact, I'm curious. I'm just going to do a little bit of an exploit. I'm not going to actually take advantage of it. I am just curious. I'm going to save my game. Just going to make sure that, yeah, okay. And then let's check his inventory again.
The people of Skyrim have spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
No, okay.
Now if you'll excuse me.
So if you're wondering what that little exploit I just did is, it's a way to cycle merchant inventories. If you save your game and then you harm them, don't kill them in that same hit, but you just harm them, and then you load your game, and they'll have reset their inventory when you reload. But if you kill them, it doesn't work. Or at least if you kill them instantly, it doesn't. I know that much. I don't know if you beat them up a while, turn them hostile, and then kill them, if it will still work or not. But I know that if you just instantly kill them, it won't. Did you actually have anything for me? Sorry, I was talking about killing you in a meta sense.
Should you ever fall victim to an unfortunate accident, I promise your remains will be put to good use.
I won't die anywhere near Finis. Noted. Travis was up here. He does normally have a task for you. I wonder where he went. I just wanted to speak with Finis first. Oh, he came back downstairs without me noticing. Maybe he did perfect invisibility after all.
The Eye of Magnus, here but lost. Slipped through our grasp.
Do you need help with anything?
Might have learned. There may be a matter in which your skills could be useful. The various points of focus for magic energies around the college have become polluted and need cleansing.
Yeah, I could help with that.
Very well. These specially enchanted gloves will allow you to delve directly into the focal points for these energies. Go to each focal point and remove whatever impurities you may find there. Return the gloves to me when you have finished. Please exercise caution. This is not a procedure without possible consequences.
Okay.
Until next time.
So put on these gloves and cleanse the focal points. Fair enough. So it's these ones that are kind of violently glowing then. Pressing the button, nothing's happening. Maybe it's not this one? Or maybe I have to just reload the cell, I don't know. Let's see what the markers say. Okay. Or I did that one without realizing it. Okay, got a petty soul gem from that. Yeah, maybe I just didn't notice the soul gem get added.
Terribly sorry.
No, it didn't give me a soul gem, but I just saw it kind of calm down. So I guess I did get the first one without realizing it. Fair enough. Alright, Travis.
I wonder what we could have... Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast...
I went into autopilot and just went to barter with him. Why do I have to sound so stupid when I say that? Your focal points have been cleansed.
Yes, they have. I can feel the difference already. But, of course, I'm far more in tune with these sorts of things than most. Thank you. I appreciate your assistance.
Fair enough.
Good day.
If you wonder why I turn away whenever I cast it, it's in case I get like an aimed wild magic effect. For example, the one that like leeches life with a projectile, then it will fire that way rather than at him. Although with area of effect like the one this morning, it won't help.
Divine smile.
As you
Spells
saw.
and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Alright, I kind of want to get Muffle. Yeah, it gives us a better opportunity to sneak if ever we need it, so I'll buy it because it's pretty cheap. Yeah, that's about it.
Farewell.
Alright, well, that's where I'm going to end this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. I will have more of a plan for next episode, because this one I understand was kind of filler fluff. I bought some spells, demonstrated them, and then just went around the college looking for things to do, but I'm going to come up with more of a plan before I start recording next one. But yes, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.